Honorable sisters, brothers, and friends, per my usual, this is spontaneous and unrehearsed. Been a while since I directly presented my demand, not request, demand for justice, that's honors and reasonable monetary compensation for the great world-class achievements I have achieved. And they say truth is stranger than fiction. Well, then through the King George, Queen Hoover, not democracy, hypocrisy. Hoover was an immoral, criminally insane. Hoover ordered President Kennedy shot. Absolute. I have videos absolutely prove that. You have to research and find them. The same for Martin Luther King and for Bobby Kennedy. I was actually there, gave the key strategy that he should give with his brother-in-law Steve Smith when they called the brain trust session at the Ambassador Hotel. And then I figured he'd be president if Hoover didn't kill him, because Hoover killed anyone who tried to get him out of office. That's a true fact. It wasn't. I have videos, chronological order, absolutely prove that. What I have to present now is that it's a three-ring circus. It's being done this way. At the top authority, they have what I have to speak bluntly, they have a circle jerk of masturbationists that do something, they play with themselves. They do something and say, we do this and it means this, and that's what it is. And then they order that down to the street level, wherever I walk, as soon as I go out the door of where I reside in my car or waiting with little circle jerks of gyrations. And then they say, well, this is what it is. No, that's what your circle jerk or gyrations are doing. I'm not interested. Why would I look at it or care about it? But it doesn't. They get paid to this circus of a circle jerk of masturbation artists. They're doing something between themselves. They're playing with themselves and saying this is what it is. And then from there, at the high circle jerk of authority, they figure this is us in world dominance because of what they do. Preposterous. The King George, the immoral, criminally insane King George, Queen Hoover, not democracy, hypocrisy, has lost for generations. Oh, I say, well, that's his theoretical opinion. See, my main interest was advanced concepts in theoretical mathematical physics, and I have many records of where I conferred with Einstein to, frankly, tell him what the future of theoretical mathematical physics would and has and is becoming. This is way back in 1955. Now, we're here at December 2nd, 2014. I was in this century, last century. In fact, as it got near this century of 1999 and 2000, I did some work in compositions, a thesis, presentation of advanced concepts in theoretical mathematical physics into the 25th century. 25th CTMP, advanced concepts in theoretical mathematical physics. And it's all, you can research them, and I gave lectures at university through science organizations, and never once have they said something I've put is incorrect. Now, what I have to emphasize then, why begin then? I don't know how many videos I'll do. I was doing them daily, and then the ones who really get big audiences are those who maybe can sing or do some entertaining video. That's right. That's good. And then an academic challenge and presentation, that's my preference. I consider myself a semi-retired scientist and world-class inventor. Absolutely. I did the original work of Xerox photoelectric copier from Rochester, New York, University Kodak Experimental Development Lab, and I put forward the photoelectric copier and named it Xerox, X-E-R-O-X. Absolute true facts that I present. More important is light application of electromagnetic radiation. I did the original work of the laser futuristic multi-purpose coherent beam. You put this on a voice stress analyzer, which I did a little work on, and it'll verify. If that's number one in the world, then who am I? You see the preposterous of the circle jerk of authority going down to the little three-ring circus, little circle jerk gyrationists that run around in front of me. This is what it is, to try to degrade from what I have achieved and what I am owed in honors and in monetary compensation. And it's a true fact. So, well, what I want to mention is that maybe I'll then get to where everything I present is a true fact, and I put my ID on the video camera. It was first started as half serious and half humorous, kind of like an inside joke. I'm a married man. I believe in everything being co-ed. I have founded the Universal Pure Christians, in which the preacher, yours truly, has to be married. And I have really combined the best of the religions, and I have that. That now is my main interest and main challenge. None of them dare come on this internet and say, well, I challenge you and present then their opinions. None of them do it in person. They just want to go with the circle jerk of authority and circle jerk gyrations in front of me. That maybe I'm no good, or maybe weird, homo hoover, weird nonsense. It's ridiculous that what the time and money they spend to negatively. This is from the top down, but maybe because of their crimes And what they should be doing is from the bottom up. In other words, the top ones maybe are the guttural circle jerk, and the ones in the gutter are being paid. They run around. They're even it was voted that politicians were not held in high esteem because in this country of what Hoover did and the assassinations and Watergate. Yours truly was always striving to do the best with the best. And that's where I am now. Say, oh, well, it's surprising that I am trying to be, I think it's called villainized. I'm trying to be made bad, number one. And second is a powerful, strong-willed leader, that they had such terrible things on covers of magazines. And number three is a man that isn't big in stature, but their system is really organized. And you have to give credit where credit is due. And they were quite bad because he's not physically, but he's a real good leader, and the people of this country follow him. That's what. So it's surprising that those who are really the best, they say, are not good. Now, I have to say that one of the powerful things I've done is because I always defended Einstein, because I thought he did the original work of E=mc squared, but he did not. He copied Olinto de Preto. Olinto de Preto 2 years before actually put forward E=mv squared, v the velocity of light, and the calculation showed from a small amount of mass a tremendous energy it would become. And I showed that to Einstein. Einstein then copied that. And when they said, well, E=mc squared, everybody thinks Einstein put forward E=mc squared. No, he put forward what he copied, E=mv squared. And then he and others would say, yeah, he did E=mc squared because that's what they were calling it. Do you understand? Now, I have exposés, and he did agree with yours truly as far as advanced concepts in theoretical mathematical physics. What advanced concepts in theoretical mathematical physics would be in this century towards the 25th century. No one can decree the absolute velocity of the universe. He, in order to look authoritative and get a position, decreed that c is the ultimate universal velocity. Well, there's phase velocity and group velocity, that the velocity is actually greater than the velocity of c. But they use the excuse it doesn't give a message. Well, if velocity is distance per unit of time, and that's what you're measuring, and that's the message you get for c, I think that's the message you would get for any velocity. Then there's also, what I had put forward was where you have a time velocity where you have capital C. Capital C is at least equal to or greater than the velocity of light. And on the laboratories, they can get increments of particles exceeding the speed of light. Then you have the, I think it's shrink-off radiation, where you see the light precedes in the spectrum of EM waves, precedes the white light in a medium. And I have videos on that explaining, and it's absolutely a fact. So now it's 15 minutes, and therefore I will continue, I think, and get maybe even do a little maybe towards what I used to call, oh, that's what I was going to say, that I'm the original 007, absolute true fact. But I've said now, that was so much baloney on the movies that I have to better. I'm now 009, and then present for you beautiful girls out there. All girls are beautiful by nature. And you be careful. Always protect yourselves. And, of course, have fun. Thank you.